Namaste everyone. I have with me a lot of students of Deepen Your Yoga Practice. They were all part of this 15-hour course, credit course conducted by Shrimati Shobha Jaltare. So over to Shobha Jaltare ma'am. Please let us know what was your vision of this course? What were you intending for the yoga teachers?
Hello, hi everyone. Actually, this course came to me just as a surprise. It fell in my lap, and I just picked it up. And after everybody came here, I was so happy to see all the teachers. They were so receptive, and I think the essence what I wanted to convey to them to see beyond the physical aspect of the asanas, and I think it has reached them, and they are trying their best to go that way, and they will continue practicing like that. I hope so. And
Yes, ma'am.
I sincerely thank Prabha for that, for doing this, thinking about the teachers so much and bringing them to this practice. So thanks Prabha a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. And this course was filled with very interesting asanas with the use of props. So, Kirti, was it useful for you being a yoga teacher, and how did you find that using props like belt and wall and all those things, did it help you personally also, and also as enriched you as a teacher?
Yes, it has definitely enriched me as a teacher. The using of props was something which I was using, but I didn't knew how technically to use it. And the props deepened my yoga practice. It not only helped me in my practices, but also I think this has influenced me, and it will influence in my classes also, where I give instructions to the participants. So thank you very much, Shobha ma'am. It was very nice. The course wherein I got to know new insights regarding yoga.
Thank you. And Jayanti, I think you personally also liked the beginning philosophical aspects which ma'am was telling, and you had mentioned that doing the poses also improved your confidence because you're also very flexible. So being flexible and doing the poses, so what else you were able to enhance in this class?
Actually, being flexible, ma'am has made me understand that that is not the main thing. Flexibility doesn't come from the body, it should come from the mind. My flexibility is not flexibility at all. So I need to improve. That's what I found from this course. It's wonderful being part of this course, and it's aptly named as Deepen Yoga. It is deepened in every aspects of yoga. Thank you so much, Prabha, for organizing this.
That's so beautifully told. Yes, because there is a misconception of people that only if I'm flexible I can join a yoga class.
Yes.
Or I can be a yoga teacher. But what more is important? What
Yes.
more beyond that? So Sheshapriya here, as a very new yoga teacher here, you're the very fresh person here as a yoga teacher. And after doing the course, what was what just struck you, or what just opened your eyes?
This is just the basic. I mean, for me, there's so much to learn. It was just like an ocean for me. So I need to do a lot of practice, and of course, as you said, flexibility is the main concern. You need to go deeper into the course and deeper into yourself when you're doing each asana. So that's what I learned. And ma'am, of course, gave different variations if you're not able to do certain things. The different variation also is important. If a person is not able to do certain thing, you cannot force that person. Instead, tell them to do other things.
Thank you, Seshapriya. All the best for you. And over to Chetana. You've been a therapist now for some years. You've finished your recent therapy course. So, attending this course, did it also give you more and more understanding of how you could also teach your therapy participants?
Yes. I just took it was just 10 days class, but she felt so much, gave each pose, she explained it so beautifully, and staying in the pose, which is difficult for either a beginner or an advanced. So using the prop, she told us just like how to open up a chest in Tadasana, and Tadasana is so beneficial. We saw all teachers had problem with alignment, opening our chest, which over a period of time, right, once you age, you see that you might slug your shoulders or back pain, all that. Just by single asana you can overcome all those problems. So simple tricks she's given us, so that we can use it on our therapy students, because they actually come to back pain, knee pain, neck pain. So all with this simple tricks and tips, right? You can, give them, free them from pain. So that is what,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Very good. And that is very important for a yoga teacher to upgrade themselves like this. Yes.
And yeah, thank you and Shobha ma'am for conducting this such classes, and I'm looking forward to many more classes for us teachers. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And over to Ashwini here. We already know that this girl is a rubber here, but what more? I think joining this course also helped you to kind of unlearn and learn something very interestingly, right? So, what was the thing which you unlearned and had to learn?
Definitely, it helped me a lot because before coming to this session, I had tried most of the advanced asanas. So, but still, I was keen in learning the Iyengar style of yoga because I had always heard Iyengar style of yoga. Though while we teaching it to our students, the students wouldn't get into many postures. For example, be it Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana, there are many people who find it so difficult to raise their hips. But here in Iyengar yoga, we make use of chair, bolsters, and ma'am taught them all so beautifully. And hats off to her, teaching style and her own self-practice. She is a treasure of all forms, be it Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. She is a treasure, and the various styles of using the props help me a lot as well as, and I can give it to my students in a great way now. Thank you so much, Yogabharati and Shobha ma'am.
Thank you. And over to Deepti here. Yes, hi Deepti. Hello. And every day we see very, very interesting posts in your Facebook Facebook stories here. But I'm sure doing this course would have really opened up a lot of avenues of your own self-practice, right? So going to a pose, I'm sure you may be able to do that. But what were the key learnings you had in this course?
Key learning, so yes, as Chetna said, Tadasana. It's like I never applied Tadasana in all the postures before. Only when ma'am introduced that you can do Tadasana everywhere is when I'm more aware now that yes, my knee is dropping or my I'm losing the control over one hip in getting into an asana. That awareness has come. And of course, the way the props were introduced or variations that she gives were very insightful. And I'm very happy that I did this course so that we can pass it on to other people, because we were all yoga teachers. To some extent we had our practice, but when we go outside to our students, they actually need props. We need to have the knowledge of using props to benefit and reach more people. So this course gave that opportunity. Thank you to Shobha ma'am, thank you to Prabha ma'am, thank you to Yogabharati.
Thank you. Wonderful here. I know, yes, I will not be leaving Suvarna here. So Suvarna, you mentioned in your feedback also that moving on to Shirshasana was something very empowering for you, right? So I think this course also kind of helped you to kind of bring more confidence in yourself, right? So what way? Any one thing you'd like to say about this course?
Yeah, it built my confidence very much. Like everyone said that Tadasana, like standing in Tadasana every time, this has increased and that is why your confidence is also increased by that. Yeah.
Excellent. All the best for your journey here. And last but not the least here, Manjula. So Manjula, let us know now. I think it's been about 2 to 3 years of teaching, and of course your own abhyas has been for some more years. So you were you came from far away, you traveled all the way for attending this course, and what prompted you to join this course?
Yeah, definitely. Prompt was from Prabha ma'am. Yeah, this was a new venture altogether. My first experience with yoga was with Yogabharati only, and this is a new different style of yoga, right? Iyengar yoga. I've never ever experienced it with props and the alignment and the instructions and the corrections and how it can be used for people with illness. Things were taught very well by Shobha ma'am, and I'm looking actually more for therapy based of learning than for advanced learning. That is for us, for sure, or someone who is little flexible or healthy, basically. For people who are in difficulty, who are actually in problem, how can we help them is what I wanted to understand and learn. For a bit, I've understood, but I'm looking forward for more of such
Yeah,
learnings.
yes.
So that has to be done later on in other classes.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank
One
you
thing
so much.
last, thank you so much,
Look forward.
Manjula. One thing when you mentioned about advanced, what do you think, ma'am, is an advancement in yoga?
Advancement in yoga will be in three ways. See, as it is said that yoga is an art, it's a philosophy, and it's a science. So when you study more about every asana, the aspects of the mechanics of asanas, the technicalities of asanas, so scientifically you'll be progressing. But when you go within yourself, that will be philosophy of the asana. And when you are performing in front of somebody, so it should be like an art piece. So the beauty of asana has to exhibit in sattvic mode. So that is advancement, I would say.
Excellent, ma'am. Because it is again a misconception of people that if I am able to do a lot of those acrobatic poses, then I have advanced, or I am going into the advanced this thing. And you being an example that what in the class also we had so many learnings of Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Then you dwelled into the physical aspect. Then you were talking about the breath aspect, and I think that is very important. Any message to the yoga teachers, ma'am? To all the yoga teachers?
Yeah, all the yoga teachers, I would say first thing is teach the students what they can absorb. Just because a teacher is flexible, you should not try to give them the difficult asanas. It's a common mistake by the flexible teachers because they think that they can do it. So we don't realize that every person is not able to do. At least then think of the variations, what they can do. They should get satisfaction of learning something. So give them and be strong on your personal practice. So that will take you ahead.
Thank you. And over to me, somebody tell me. Yeah. So over to me here. I've also been a student of Shobha ma'am for the past 3 years, and it's been a very beautiful journey of my own self-practice. Because it's been some years of teaching, but I always felt that there is so much to learn. It's actually, we are just a drop in the ocean, and the idea just, the divine always gives ideas. So just the idea one day just struck that Shobha ma'am will be the apt person to guide and upgrade the personal practice of teachers, and that's why we named it as Deepen Your Yoga Practice. We didn't want to say advanced teacher training course or come on advance yourself. No, we wanted to ensure that this is enhancing our yoga practice, and that yoga is not in the physical aspect but more and more enriching deeper within. And that is how the course was beautifully discussed with Shobha ma'am, and she had, during this 10 sessions, we had a beautiful combo of many physical poses, but with a combination of props which will enhance injury free, which is very important. And also because each of our anatomical structures is so different, so it helps us to understand our own body limitations. And also, like she said, it's not necessary that all the poses has to be done in this janma. Please reserve it for the next janma. So that was a very valid point. And don't perspire till you expire. These are very beautiful quotes which I was remembering that. So that was the intention of this course, so that yoga teachers, because it's the health is in their hands, actually, everyone say now, because yoga teachers play an important role in motivating and encouraging the other participants who attend their class. And if they have the right understanding of yoga, then only they can tell with conviction to others, because people will come with their own perception of yoga. They will say, Prabha, by next year make me do 108 Surya Namaskar. That is my vision of yoga. But if we yoga teachers have that conviction that yoga is beyond that, and understand our anatomy, understand the people anatomy, like she said, that you are taking a class for the participants. So every class is individualized for them, even though it is a group class. And I remember those sentences by Shobha ma'am, and it has helped me also to improve upon my own self-practice, to say very happily that yes, I wanted to improve upon my Shirshasana, my other practices, because I am not a very highly flexible person. Maybe my instruction skills maybe is little better than the flexibility, but I've always felt that is not the goal of being flexible and putting my head into the toes. So I think that is the purpose of here for all the yoga teachers for this course, was to ensure that they get a holistic understanding. And this is only level 1, and somebody asked me, is level 2 more difficult? We said no, this is a progressive. So the level 2 also would be similar to this, but again making you a reiteration of these facts, because this reiteration of these 15 hours course would be again in level 2, so that it kind of gets into the head how to teach others. Right now everyone has maybe concentrated on their own self-practice. maybe the level 2 also would concentrate upon how you will put these points in your head, because different anatomy of different person, and how you put these skills into teaching. So that also will be there, and I'm sure looking forward for teachers to come forward for the level 2. Again, level 2 is not super advanced. No, that is not the level 2 there. Every person here has understood their limitations and understood that I am okay, I can't do Shirshasana, but I'm beautifully enjoying the classes. I'm using the props, and that is the purpose of this Deepen Your Yoga practice. I'm sure it has deepened our understanding of yoga. Thank you so much for everyone.